like this camera is crooked, man. What's going on, yo? Welcome back to the Cigar Ralphie. And today we're gonna be reacting to a video of something that is just horrifying to me, horrifying to probably anybody in the world. Most people would find it horrifying. And that is to find something in your food that you don't want to find, or that just shouldn't be there. Finding something in your food, something that's going into your body that just shouldn't be in your food. Hell, I have a hard time when there's flies flying around the food. I'm in Africa, and unfortunately there's a lot of flies here. Everywhere you go to eat, there's flies everywhere. I have a really hard time, like, when the food gets to me, I was like, I don't even want to know what happened in the kitchen. I'm gonna have to eat this up because I have nothing else. So I just kind of keep the flies away after they bring it out. If I go to a restaurant, you know what I mean? Not saying the food is bad. I'm just saying they're used to having flies around. I don't like having flies near my food. I'm a real when it comes to flies landing on my food, because I know they like to throw up. Anyway, without further ado, let's watch these 10 or 8, I don't remember how many things that have been found in food.
Elite Facts presents Disturbing Things Found in Foods. 10. Tongue-eating parasite in tuna. Tuna is probably one of the most handy things you can have in your pantry. Oh, don't have stuff to put in tomorrow's lunch for work? Well, just make a tuna sandwich or salad.
Oh, I've done that so many times.
Tuna sandwich. Don't want to put any effort into making tonight's dinner? Tuna and pasta. So yeah, if you like fish and tuna, having canned tuna on hand can be a blessing in some cases. Unfortunately for Zoe Butler, she got a rather nasty surprise when opening up a can. When she opened up the can, she immediately noticed 2 black dots that stood out.
Hold on. Hold on. Have you ever seen these tongue parasites that stay on the fish, that be on the fish? That fishermen have found on the fish, like in their tongue? Arthropods or whatever pods. Giant whatever on the fish. Disgusting.
Upon further investigation, she noticed that it was actually a small creature that was living inside of that can of tuna. When she took it to get examined, it turned out to be a parasite known as a Pseumophia exiguia. The parasite enters fish through the gills and then attaches itself to the fish's tongue. The parasite severs the blood vessels in the fish's tongue, causing the tongue to fall off. Now, even though it's up for debate as to whether or not this is a parasite or simply a crab, tadpole, or a newborn blowfish, it's still something you don't want to see in your food. 9. Frog in a bag of frozen vegetables. Yeah, maybe it's best that you start cutting up fresh vegetables rather than buying bags of already cut up frozen vegetables. Back in 2010, the Hoffman family of Grand Ledge, Michigan discovered quite a shocking sight when they opened up a bag of frozen vegetables and discovered a stowaway amphibian that was frozen solid. Because nothing says health kick like frozen carrots, peas, and frogs. The Hoffmans contacted the FDA, which didn't respond. They turned to a local newspaper columnist who called the Meijer supermarket chain, and it promptly recalled its frozen mixed veggies. 8. Cockroach in hash brown.
Oh.
Anyone who enjoys the McDonald's breakfast menu, you might want to think twice about what you order. Usually, hash browns are a staple when you order from the breakfast menu at McDonald's. Well, as it turns out, you may want to stop buying them. This goes double if you're
Nah, like, I mean, I'll draw the line anywhere, but I'll draw a big line on cockroaches. And probably the frog and probably the parasite. But cockroaches to me are just like above and beyond the Call of Duty of nastiness. You know what I'm saying?
McDonald's has had infestations in the past. A customer posted a picture of a half-eaten McDonald's hash brown with a roach inside of it. Disgusting. This must have led to a lawsuit, right? Well, not quite. Both parties decided to settle this out of court, as the customer was given a settlement of 1 breakfast coupon. Totally worth it. 7. Knife in Subway sandwich. Okay, now how does this even happen? Like, how is this physically possible? The sandwich is made by hand in front of the customer. But here's the thing. The customer and the sandwich artist behind the counter both couldn't have noticed this, as it wasn't something that was left in the sandwich while it was being made. No, the knife was actually baked into the bread itself, so it was easily missed by both the employee and the customer. Still though, it begs the question as to how something like this happens. Luckily, New Yorker John Agnesini bit into the handle and not the blade side of the knife, so there were no injuries. As expected, this led to a lawsuit in which Agnesini accepted a settlement of $20,000.
I would have had that Joker smile.
Tooth in candy bar. To us, this sounds like an elaborate way to start getting kids to brush their teeth more often. Back in 2010, a woman from Brownsboro, Texas, got a surprise that she will certainly never forget, as she now knows that candy bars are incredibly bad for your teeth. How did she get this message? Well, when she bit into a Milky Way, she found a human tooth in her mouth that did not belong to her. Just the thought of it is enough to make anyone shudder. 5. Syringe found in Burger King breakfast sandwich.
Damn.
Have you wondered why all the items on the Burger King menu were so addictive? Well, we may have the answer as to why that is. Now, if you work a job where you have no time...
That's why you don't hire crackheads. You know what I'm saying?
Up breakfast from home, it's normal to buy something from a fast food place when passing by in the morning. Pretty much all fast food places have a breakfast menu. McDonald's has one, IHOP is pretty much breakfast all day, every day, and of course, Burger King has one. Unfortunately for Angelica Cruz, her morning breakfast was ruined when she found something unexpected in her breakfast sandwich. When she ordered a sausage and egg breakfast sandwich from a Burger King in Queens, New York, as she chewed, something pierced her cheek. It was a needle tip from
That
a
looks
syringe.
nasty. Whatever's dripping from that
Naturally,
damn
she sued
sandwich.
the restaurant in state Supreme Court for $11 million. The outcome of the suit has not been reported. 4. Mouse in Popeye's chicken. Despite what little Nicky might have told you, Popeye's chicken is in fact not awesome. Now, the one thing we can all agree on is that a rodent-infested restaurant isn't any place we'd want to dine at. Unfortunately, unless you see a rodent for yourself, there's no way of knowing a place is dealing with some sort of infestation unless it's pointed out by a health inspector. Unfortunately for Tony Hill from Baltimore, back in 2003, he had no idea that his local Popeye's chicken was dealing with a rodent infestation. He found this out the hard way when he bit into a Cajun fried mouse. The only reason that he knew that he had just bit into a mouse was because of how furry the assumed fried piece of chicken was.
Oh. Here's my thing though. When they make chicken, they batter it like when they dip it in the batter. You got the chicken, then they dip it in the batter, and you're grabbing the chicken, right, and you're putting it into the little cage thing. I've never worked there, but I'm just saying this is how I'm imagining. If any of you ever worked there, let me know. You dip it, and you should be able to see a rat. You know what I'm saying? Like a mouse. I don't know, man.
Betting that turned him off of fried chicken for life. Hell, it would turn anyone off if this had happened to them. 3.
What if that shit was
Nails
delicious?
in mac and cheese. Yep, we are never eating mac and cheese ever again. I mean, that's sort of a given when it comes to eating all the items on this list, but this one is just all out dangerous more than it is disgusting. Back in 2008, Rebecca Shorten, a woman from Gloucester, England, discovered something that would ruin one of her favorite dishes for the rest of her life. When sitting down to enjoy a nice bowl of mac and cheese, she noticed that it had been fortified with way too much iron. Specifically, 3 2-inch nails were swimming around in a store-bought package of mac and cheese, and one of them ended up swimming around the inside of her after she swallowed it. Doctors weren't able to remove the nail. As you can imagine, she most likely never bought a box of mac and cheese after
When she took a crap.
2.
Ooh.
Bullets in Costco hot dogs. I mean, considering Costco sells stuff in bulk, you're bound to have a few mistakes, right? Well, here's the thing. This has nothing to do with the items they sell in bulk, but rather the stuff they sell to their customers who want a bite to eat while they're shopping. California resident Olivia Chains had taken a break from shopping to grab a hot dog from the Costco snack bar. As she noshed, she bit down on something hard. Now, what could this have
Bullet,
been?
though.
Well, with
Bullet.
processed food, you could be biting down on anything. But we bet she wasn't expecting to bite down on a freaking live 9mm bullet. And that was only the first shot. When she later experienced abdominal pains...
Pigs, get it? A pig. Police have bullets. Pigs. Get it? You don't get it. Alright.
The hospital, where doctors found she'd swallowed an additional live bullet from that very same hot dog. Are people hunting hot dogs now? I mean, how does something like this even happen? 1. Worm in chocolate cake. Okay, yeah, we think we're done here. Nothing is going to top this one. We're feeling sick just from the idea of something like a worm being found inside of a cake. Well, in June of 2011, Anna Jones, a woman from Birmingham, England, discovered a live worm wiggling around in a slice of cake she was eating. Not only was Jones' discovery disgusting, it was ironically effective. The snack came from Weight Watchers, so not only is normal cake bad,
that's why you don't go on diets.
A healthier alternative is most likely bad for you as well. Want to cut cake out of your diet altogether? They'll find a worm in one. Healthy eating can really suck sometimes.
Oh my God.
And that's our list. Did we leave any out that you know about?
Yo, listen, man. Look. Listen. Let me tell you something. One time in New York, man, I ordered from the Chinese restaurant that was downstairs when I was living in New York, 4 chicken wings and rice. It came with an egg roll and a soda. And for those of you old school people that remember 4 chicken wings and rice and a soda, with the egg roll was like $2.50, $3. Me and my mom was eating from it. We shared it. And we were eating it. And when we got to the bottom, there was a big old roach in there. Fucking rice was good as hell, but there was a roach on the bottom. We still bought food from there. At the time, we weren't privy on, the whole suing thing. And like, we had just gotten to the country barely. We're just here, we're not here, but we were in the States for like, just, a couple years, still new. Mom didn't speak that much English, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, oh my God, yo, there's a roach in my Chinese food. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I still bought from there, man. Their food was delicious, man. Their food was fucking delicious. But still, it was disgusting, man. It's disgusting to find. You gotta be careful what you eat. You gotta look at everything you eat. Look at all your food. Look at everything, because you never know what you're putting in your mouth or what is in that food. Let me know if you guys have ever found anything in your food in the comments below. It's disgusting. If you got a video of it or whatever, so I could put it in a video too or whatever. Just look at it and be like, damn, that's gross. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I'll see you on the next smoke.